Glue and primer caddy going down. Hey guys, what's up? Roger here, and welcome to 10 Mile Creations. Look, if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor. Do that right now before we get into any of this, before I disappoint you. Okay? Subscribe now, hit the little bell. That way you can get notifications when I upload a new video. Now, this isn't the video I intended to upload today. This is my Tuesday video. I actually have a video in the works right now about niche markets, but I'm not 100% comfortable with it yet. I don't think it's fully done, so I'm not going to publish it. Maybe for Thursday, we'll drop that one, but today we do have something important to talk about. And today we got to talk about upgrades. Well, before we get into that, let's talk about this. You know, I tried to get in on some of that Valentine money. So this is a succulent planter. This is a big thing in 3D printing. A lot of people do this. But I decided to do it, so here you go. This is my version of a succulent planter, extruded I love you on the front with debossed hearts all the way around. And you better get real familiar with the sheet metal tools if you want to deboss an SVG all the way around the cylinder. You know, that's the funny thing. When I look at this, I'm like, I learned something here. All right, I learned how to do something here. So I could give a flying whatever if this thing actually sells, because it taught me something useful for the future. So anytime I look at this, I don't look at it as like I made a succulent planter for Etsy. I look at it as I learned something. So interesting. Good times. All right, so let's talk about upgrades and where exactly might I put an upgrade. Okay, so what upgrade am I talking about? Well, for some time now, I've been talking about buying a P-Series printer. Today, I went on Bamboo's website, and I finally pulled the trigger and bought an A1. I know. But there's a reason for it. For me, when I look at the P-Series and I look at the A-Series, the difference is you have to be more consistent with your environmental considerations. And the original thought was I was going to get either one of those adjustable tables. You know, everybody and their grandma got an adjustable table now. Maybe getting one right there and putting the printers on it. But then there's a P-tack right there that's going to blow air across there, heat in the winter and cold in the summer. And that could be a problem. So I'm thinking, no, I can't put either I get an industrial style shelf, but it can only be 50 inches long. So that would be a problem. Finding a heavy duty enough shelf to put right there could be questionable. Or I can move one of these guys from here to over here, right? And then put the shelf, table, whatever it is, right there. That's a good possibility. That would actually work, because then, you know, the A1's a little more shielded from environmental influences over here compared to being right there by the P-tack. As you can see, my garbage can is full of broken dreams that we are throwing away and putting in the landfill, PLA. You know, early on, I was just like everyone else. I got a 3D printer. Oh, do some spiral vases and I'll make $100. I never sold not one of those. So cleaning up, getting rid of all the broken dreams and making room for this A1. I think this is what I want to do. I think I want to put a table down through here or a rack down through here. Keep all my filament and shipping stuff right here. Move this rack over here. That way, this is kind of like shipping stuff. This is overstock keychains and all the other crap that I ever did that I'd never sell. And just move them to over here. Which reminds me, another thing I need to put on eBay, Etsy, Amazon is my U-line tape gun holder. I built one of these and it works beautiful. I just need to put it online. Some people probably, you know how many people use a U-line tape gun? Probably a lot. So I need to put that online. So this is the dilemma I'm in. It's time for that second printer. I've got a few orders hanging up already. And this is January, which is typically the very slow time, but a couple of my products still persist to sell through the dip. And that's the good thing about practical prints, because they're not really influenced by the holidays. If you still need it, you still need it, regardless if it's a holiday or not. Some people might buy it for you because it's a holiday, but if you need it, you'll buy it yourself. But they're not so holiday dependent, where something like this, well, pretty much after Valentine's Day, this is a broken dream. So yeah, that's the plan. I think January the 20th, there's expecting shipment of the A1. So this is what I've got to deal with, I thought about reaching out. I've got like 1,200 or 1,300 subscribers now. I could reach out to one of these companies and be like, hey, send me one of your adjustable tables, because, I'm a fat boy. I'll prove that thing can hold up some weight. No, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got to that point yet where I'm going to reach out to companies and be like, hey, send me some PLA and I'll print something. I don't know. It's just, if they reach out to me, that's one thing. But I don't know. I feel weird about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get over it. I felt weird about videotaping my life and putting it on YouTube. But look, here I am. So that's it. That's today's video. I know not as exciting, but we definitely need to talk about the progression of the business, right? Like, where am I going from here? Am I actually making any headway at all? Or am I just shooting YouTube videos and blowing smoke up your butt? No, in reality, I am pushing to grow the business, and I'm doing what I think is logical, one step at a time. I'm not jumping head first into it. And probably like a lot of you would do, right? You're not going to go out and buy 5 printers with not one product to sell. And I feel like that's pretty much how everyone's going to approach it. Maybe. So I want to keep it relatable with everyone. And I'm hoping that that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm hoping I'm kind of keeping it relatable. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. We're going to be talking about niche markets, and I'm doing some homework. I'm trying to do an excellent video, because now I'm in this Discord with a bunch of other YouTubers, and I feel like if I put out some half-made crap, they're going to be like, what was that? Later.